The chapter we are discussing now is major landforms of the earth. We know that the landforms we see now is not always the same all the time. It keeps on changing, and it keeps on changing. The landforms result, it is a result, the landforms, different type of landforms, whatever we can see. It is not equal everywhere. Wherever we go, we can see a different type of landforms. They are the result of majorly two processes. They are internal process and external process. Internal process is either upliftment or sinking. What is upliftment? Upliftment means when for some reason the part of a landform that goes up. When you are visiting a place on the plateaus or in the mountains, you will feel that the place is much higher than the plains you are leaving. So, this is called as upliftment, when a part of the landform that is lifted, uplifted. It is due to some of the internal process we will discuss about. Next is sinking. The moment one part is uplifted, the very next part of the landform that will be sinking down, that is, it will go down, that is known as sinking. This upliftment and sinking both are caused by internal process. The other reason for landform is external process. External process means erosion, that is, we can see two types of external process that is changing the landform. They are erosion and deposition. What is erosion? Erosion is that continuous wearing out the landmass due to maybe wind, due to maybe water bodies. When continuous wearing out of the landform will happen, that we call it as erosion, as soil erosion. If there is no trees at all, then due to air, due to water, we can see the part of soil that move from one place to another, causing erosion. Now, the part is moving out, they are depositing in one place that is, which is known as deposition. That also is changing the landform, the face of the land at a particular place. Broadly, we can now, due to this reason, what type of the landforms we find? They are depending on the elevation and slope. We can see majorly three types of landform. They are mountains, they are plateaus, and we have plains. So, wherever you go, whether it will be part of a mountain, it will be part of a plateau or a part of a plain. The place in Hyderabad where we live, we can see it is the part of Deccan Plateau, one of the oldest plateau of the world, Deccan Plateau. We are living in a plateau region. People, those who are living in UP, Kanpur, or in the northern side of India, West Bengal, Bihar, they are living in plains. And the people, those who are living in the mountainous region, Shimla, Kulu Manali, here Arunachal Pradesh, these all are under the mountains, Himalayan mountain regions, they are living there. So, mostly depending on the elevation, how high it is, and the slope, how it is now joining to the other place, depending on elevation and slope, we can divide the landforms into these three parts, which are mountains, plateaus, and plain. Now, if we think about, let us come to mountain. We have one mountain that is standing as a security guard for India, that is Himalayan mountain. We have another mountain in the middle part of India that is dividing, we can say almost dividing India into North India and South India, that is Aravalli mountain. We have Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat mountains. So, these all mountains, if we see them, that their characteristics are different. What are they? How are they? Mountains are of majorly three types. Three types. They are fold mountain, they are block mountain, or volcanic mountain. What is fold mountain? Suppose you have a plain paper and you are pushing it in between. What will happen? The middle part of the paper will come up. So, if it is a plain surface and it has pressure from both the side, then as a result the middle part will be uplifted like that. I told you the internal process and upliftment. We can see upliftment in the formation of fold mountain. The middle part of will be uplifted, and that actually is making the fold mountain. The example of fold mountain, we can say that Mount Everest, Himalaya, then Aravalli Alps, these all are the examples of fold mountain, and all of these mountains is a result of the internal process, that is upliftment. Fold mountains are also divided into two types of fold mountains. We can see one is old fold mountains and another one is new fold mountains. Old fold mountain, those who were they were made is long back, their age is they are really old and they stop growing. As an old person, they stop growing like that. The old fold mountains also, they stop growing, they stop their growth. Rather, now they are facing the external process of erosion. They are losing their height. They are called as old fold mountain. We have one old fold mountain in India. Aravalli mountain is an example of old fold mountain. Next we are coming to new fold mountain. The fold mountains are they formed like this for this way, this internal process, and even now every year their height is growing. They are new fold mountain. Example of new fold mountain is Himalayas. Every year at least an inch it is growing. So it is known as new fold mountain. Coming next to the block mountain, as the opposite, the other way I told you, the upliftment, the internal process upliftment is causing the formation of fold mountain. The opposite way, the sinking down, upliftment and sinking, both we can see in the making of block mountain. We can see in a place when a part of the plane is come down, is sinking down, and the another part is uplifted, we can see the block mountain, which is known as host and graben, host area and graben areas. So the upliftment and sinking of both we can see is working in the formation of block mountain. Black Forest in Germany is an example of block mountain. Even in India, in the Satpura range, Satpura is an example of block mountain, where we can see the process, both the process of upliftment and sinking down of a place and upliftment of a place, that is known as both these internal process we can see in the formation of block mountain. Next is coming to volcanic mountain. We all know that the center of earth is still very hot and it is boiling, and as a result in the volcanoes they have many channels. They also formed like volcanic mountain, but they have many channels which are the channels to come out the lava and magma that is depositing as a lava center, magma chamber in the earth, and then using these channels, magma and lava, they are coming out on the earth's surface. This is known as volcanic mountain. This is known as volcanic mountain. We have the example of volcanic mountain, we can say Kilimanjaro, we can say Fujiyama in Japan. We have only one in Nicobar Island, that is also a dormant volcanic mountain. Volcanic mountain we can find of two types. One is active, that means till now, even now, the volcanoes, the magmas and lavas, they are popping out from them most often. Some few we have, they are sleeping dormant, they have a possibility for these magmas coming out in a form of lava, and others, they are extinct, they are no more surviving, they are just like the fold mountain existing. But anyway, the example of Vesuvius in Italy, we cannot say that maybe sometimes even this extinct, those who are already dead, we can claim that the dead volcanoes, they can also erupt, but the chances are really, really very less. We are coming to plateaus then. If you consider the elevation and slope, then the plateaus are situated in the next position than the mountains. Plateaus are the large stretches of flat land that are generally not more than 200 meter above the mean sea level. What is mean sea level? The sea level is always a fixed thing. It is maybe sometimes it is almost like a same level we considered, and from the sea level, how the height is, based on the height we consider them as a mountain. The height for the mountains, it can be 4,000 to 6,000 meter, whereas for the plateaus we found them that is 200 meter height for the plateaus, but it is flat. Mountains, we can see this conical peaks, but in plateaus it is a flat land, but the height, the elevation is more, so we call them plateaus. Plateaus are generally very much enriched with minerals, and due to many of the plateaus are due to their formation, they are also helpful for agricultural purpose also. Then we can come to the next one, that is the plain. Plain is the land, is a plain land. By the name we can see that when it is the plains, they are of 200 meter nearby the sea level, mean sea level. We can see there's a plateaus, whereas it is much higher than the plain, is more than 4,000 meter, where the plains are coming to the 200 meter in that height. Plateaus have a average height of 4,000 to 6,000 meter from the mean sea level. Deccan Plateau is the example of one of the oldest plateau in India where we live, in the world even. The Deccan Plateau is the land flat surface which is very much enriched with minerals, as well as we can find that settlement of people also over there in a high proportion, at the same time it is good. The plateau black soil is good for agricultural purpose also. Plateaus are very useful for the people, for us to live. Tibetan Plateau is the highest plateau in the world. We are coming to the plain. Plain are the large stretches. It is not like plateaus. Compared to plateaus, plains are vast areas, large stretches of same elevated land, plain land, not more than the elevation of 200 meter from the mean sea level. This is very much useful for agricultural purpose, as it is plain, transport, and for the settlement of the people. This is the best place to settle with all the amenities of life that is needed to live a better life. So plains are very much useful for us. In India, we have the Ganga, Indo-Gangetic plain, as well as the Brahmaputra and Ganga also made the northeastern plain in India. All the rivers, whatever the river valleys we can find, whenever they are touching the ocean, in the ocean mouth or in the sea, we can see that the area is for the river adjacent areas are plain. So that is the reason from the ancient time we have seen that people settle down in the river valleys, in the plain, because they are more suitable for people to settle, to carry their business and have a very good life. How they are helpful for us? Let us come to mountains. We have seen we have three types of mountain. I told you that mountains are not that suitable to live in. There are many other hindrance that as the slope, the elevation is not same. People cannot carry their transport facilities most often, and even with the height of the mountain, the weather also, climate also, that is changing. Sometimes it is really cold. Volcanic mountains are not suitable for people to settle because of the risk that any time the lava magma that can come out, that can sprout out. But even then we can say that mountains are very useful for us. Mountains stand as a guard. If we see the example of Himalaya, it is actually guarding the northern side of India. At the same time, it stops the cold wind or the warm wind to come and enter the country and to control the climate. It stands as a climate controller also. The third point, the third most important point for the mountains, we can say that mountains are the place where most of the rivers originated from the glaciers that are situated in the mountain. So if we need river, we need mountains. We need to preserve mountains also. The next one, we are coming to plateaus. Plateaus are also very helpful for people. People are settling down there. The black soil in this plateaus are helpful for agricultural purpose, as well as these plateaus are very much enriched with minerals which we need to develop ourselves and our countries. Plains, as you know that the plains are the places where mostly all major cities are located. The transportation system and the basic amenities of life is easily available in the plains. Plains are enriched with the rivers as well as the gravel the rivers are carrying to the plains. So as a result, it is very good for agricultural purpose also. So we mostly, more than this mountains and plateaus, we can see people prefer to settle down in the plain areas. So life is difficult in mountain areas, though we have seen many of the hill station in the middle height of the mountains, middle ranges of the mountains. We can see several hill station, but even then plateaus and then the plains are the most suitable place for people to settle down. Let us recapitulate this lesson once. What are the major landforms we can find in the earth? They are mountains, plateaus and plains. And what are the difference between mountain and plateau? Mountain height is too high, it has conical peaks, but at the same time plateaus have a flat region and the height is not that much, suitable for people to settle down, have some basic amenities of life, as well as very much enriched with minerals and easy to get them. Next we are coming that different type of mountains. Different type of mountains we have seen: fold mountain, block mountain and volcanic mountain. Fold mountain can be of young fold mountain and old fold mountain, that is new or old. Young fold mountain, the example will be Mount Himalayas, and old fold mountain in India we can see the example as Aravalli Parbat. And then the block mountain, in the block mountain, yes, we have the Satpuras, we have the example of block mountain. The Black Forest in Germany also is an example of block mountain. Volcanic mountain, Vesuvius, Fujiyama in Japan, Vesuvius in Italy, they are the example of volcanic mountain. We are coming to the plateaus areas. Plateaus, as we have said, that it has a flat region, though the elevation is more. Then how the plains are formed? The plains are formed by the deposition, river deposition, mainly the alluvial soil. By that the plains are formed. The height is, the elevation is not more than 200 meter of the mean sea level, and it is very much useful for agriculture. The plains are thickly populated because of this agricultural facility, and the basic amenities of life easily available in the plain areas. So life we can find mostly all the river valleys and the plains, they are thickly populated. The mountains, on the contrast, we can see the mountains as the basic things in the life is very tough to get there, the transport facility and all other things. So we can see that, and due to the climate also, climatic condition also, we can see that mountains are very thinly populated. That's all for this chapter.